the end of the judgment is that after the 1,000 years, the cherry on top is that he's going to be exterminated. Why? Because he can't do right. So-called white man can't do right. It's not possible. Okay? It's not possible. If you could find me something that an Edomite did that was good, I'll pack up and never come back, man. If you could find something that Edomites did that were good. Everything they do is underhanded. Everything they do is backhanded, man. They have an ulterior motive for it, man. Okay? Let's get Malachi, man. You know? This is Malachi 1 and verse 2. It says, I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Saith the Lord, yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. All right, so Esau said, so the Most High said he hates the Edomites, man. Okay, so how are you as an Israelite gonna go against what the Most High said? You know, the Most High said he hates Esau. You're gonna say but you love Esau? No, but Esau is okay. You know, you Jakes, like you're trying to force your opinion upon Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That's not how it works, man. You know, and that's plain, man. That's plain too. The Most High didn't mince words, man. He said he hates Esau, man. He didn't just say it there. He also said it in Romans, man. Let me get that real quick. Romans, the 9th chapter. He reiterated that. And the reason being is because Esau can't do right. Esau is, he was set up to be that cancer that eventually will be removed from the earth. Okay? Matter of fact, he's a cancer that's trying to look for other cancer. He's trying to point at everyone else as a cancer, but he's the cancer. You see? So what are you supposed to do with an individual like that? What are you supposed to do with a nation like that? Right? They're looking for a cancer, but they're the actual cancer. You see? You can't do anything with a nation like that. That nation has to go. They have to go. They can't stay on the earth. See what I'm saying? Esau's out here looking for terrorists, but he's the main one shooting up schools and places like that. He's the only one. No one else is doing it, man. Okay? Let's get Romans 9. This is Romans 9 and verse. I'll start at verse. Matter of fact, let's start at verse 11 or verse 10. And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of the Most High, according to election, might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. So this was reiterated, right? Reiterated in the New Testament, man. Okay? So when they keep saying, oh, you're going to the Old Testament, this is also in the New Testament, man. You see? Because the New Testament and the Old Testament are hand in hand, man. The Edomites are not ever going to be loved by the Most High. They weren't created to be loved. You see what I'm saying? They were created to be hated. And it says, verse 14, what shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High? The Most High forbid. For he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. In other words, he's not going to have compassion on Esau, man. You can't force the Most High to have compassion on Esau. That's what it's saying here. All right? For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might shew my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. Therefore hath the mercy therefore hath he mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he will he hardeneth, man. All right. So the Most High hardens who he wants to harden, man. You know, and that's why the Esau, the so-called white man's acting the way he's acting towards you, Jakes, man. He hasn't stopped, man. He hasn't let up on you. He's still shooting you down in the streets, man. All right. He put you in those neighborhoods for a reason, man. You know. He makes sure any other nation could get a loan except for your nation, man. He makes it hard for like Haiti and these different places to get certain benefits, man. When they give them something, they're gonna give them with extra interest on it, man. You know? Why? Because you're Israelites, man. You know? When Puerto Rico got hit with that hurricane and they were destroyed, yo, Esau took his troops back quick. Yet they're supposed to be what do you call it? They're supposed to be part of America, you know? But Esau said, nah, to hell with Puerto Rico. We don't care about Puerto Rico. You know? Donald Trump was out there shooting, giving them paper towels, shooting paper towels for a day. Then he left and he said, listen, we can't put too much money into it. But yet he gives billions of dollars to Israelis every year, man. The state of Israel gets billions of dollars every year from the American government, man. What do you American, so-called African Americans get, man? Right? They're making jokes as if they're gonna give you reparations. They ain't gonna give you shit. They ain't gonna give you a penny. All right? That's a joke. Okay? Esau is not concerned about helping you, man. What don't you get? Esau doesn't want to see you on no level, man. What don't you understand, man? You understand? Like I said, he gives billions of dollars to the state of Israel, which is not even part of America, which really is only getting America into trouble. He's giving them billions of dollars every year. But when it comes to you so-called Negroes in America, they're not helping. They're not giving you shit. They're not building up no school, no proper schools in your cities. You understand? Schools have no damn heating in it, right? But they're giving them them devils, they're giving them money every year. That shows you what Esau thinks about you, man. That should show you. That should be a red flag. Like, this man's the damn devil, man. And his woman. Okay? They're a bunch of devils. You see? And it says, let's continue. Matter of fact, it says, so then it is not of him that will it, nor of him that run it, but of the Most High that showeth mercy. So the Most High is the one that shows mercy, man. And he can choose who he wants to show mercy to. And you can't tell him otherwise. You see? But the thing you don't understand is that the Most High only has mercy for you. The Most High only cares about the nation of Israel. He doesn't care about these other nations. He doesn't care about Moab and Ishmael, man. But you Jakes, you have a problem with that. You Jakes have a problem with being special, man. This is Deuteronomy 7 and verse 6. It says, for thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. Yahweh thy power have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth, man. So Yahweh Shem Shai chose us, man. It wasn't of our own will, okay? But he chose us, man. You know, you got some of our people that don't even want to be chosen. Nah. Not everyone can make it. That's not what the Bible says. All right? The Bible said this is for the Israelites. Okay? That the second covenant is for the Israelites. That there's no other nation. The kingdom shall not be left to other people. See? See how Esau, this is Esau's kingdom. This is the Edomite kingdom. You think that Esau is going to be living on a level in the kingdom and here? No, it doesn't work that way, man. He's going to live on a level. This is what he has. And what we're going to get is going to be in the kingdom to come, man. Very simple, man. All right? Let's continue. It says, let's get This is Psalms 149. Right? This is Psalms 149. which basically refutes the fact that there's going to be equal rulership with heathens and us, man. We ain't going to have no equal rulership in the kingdom of heaven, man. All right? The kingdom of heaven is going to be for the Israelites, man. These other nations are going to be servants unto us, man. All right? Especially the nation of Edom. That's going to be the lowest. The so-called white man is going to be the lowest in the kingdom of heaven, man. All right? Like I always say, he's going to have, a roach is going to have more rights than an Edomite in the kingdom, man. All right? This is Psalms 149 and verse 6. It says, let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people. Who are the heathen? Right? The heathen are representative of these other nations, man, that are not of our nation. See? When you have an Ishmaelite, that's a heathen, man. You have a Moabite, that's a heathen. See? Edomite, that's definitely a heathen. So all these other heathen nations, we're gonna afflict harm to them. See what I'm saying? Let me read that again. Let me read that from 6 again. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. This is why we're going to be taking the elites. Whatever elites are left alive, right? We're going to take them and we're going to put them in captivity under us. You see? That's what's going to happen. All right? Of all nations, man, but especially the nation of Edom. That's going to be the most important one. And we're going to grab them Rothschilds and Rockefellers, you know, the so-called queen, that old crow. We're going to grab her up, all right, and whatever other devils that's there, man, all right? You see, because the scriptures is very explicit, man. It says that we're going to take the heathen. So how can the heathen be taken in the kingdom, be taken under possession, and then still be equal under possession? That doesn't make sense, man, all right? We're going to be paying these devils back. That's what's going to happen in the kingdom. Ain't going to be no 50-50 nothing, man. It's going to be 100 and 0, man. That's what it's going to be, man. All right? That's what it's going to be. Let's see. It says, to execute upon them the judgment written, this honor have all his saints. Praise Yahweh. That's it, man. So the saints, which are the Israelites, we have that honor. We have we're going to have the pleasure. Really, it's really speaking about the elect, because the elect is going to be the only ones that's going to be able to put them in chains. But we're going to have the pleasure of putting these elites in captivity, man, under us. You know? You know? They're going to take off whatever suit they got on, right? Whatever high-end clothing they have on. And what they're going to do is they're going to put on rags, man. You understand? Let's reiterate that in Revelations, man. You see how the scriptures line up? We're not just dealing with the Old Testament. We're going from the Old Testament to the New Testament, then the New Testament to the New Testament, from the New Testament to the Old Testament. We're jumping all around the scriptures, and it all lines up when you put it correctly. Okay? Let's get Revelations, the 2nd chapter. This is Revelations 2. In verse 25, it says, but that which ye have already, hold fast till I come. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nation. So if you have power over somebody, are you equal with that person? Are you on the same? Are you going to consult with that person? No, man, that person is under you, man. So that's what we're going to have under all these heathen, man. All right? We're going to have power over them. And this is only speaking to the Israelites. You see? When you go to the 12 churches of Asia Minor, it wasn't speaking to no other nation. It was speaking to the nation of Israel, man. All right? To our people. Okay? And it says, And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. So that doesn't sound like we're going to be treating them nicely, man. Okay? That sounds like judgment. That sounds like justice, man. Okay? And that's what the Most High is coming to bring onto these other nations, especially the so-called white people, the Edomites, according to the Bible. Especially, I got to reiterate that, man. All right? Because all these nations have a hand in messing our people up. But guess what? The Most High is going to put a special judgment on the nation of Edom. Okay? Got to keep pushing that out there unless they forgot. You know? Unless they forgot what they did. You know? They think that we have 4G networks now and everything's done. No. The Most High still has a judgment. That judgment, that tab has been piled up since you started to do your wickedness. Since you touched the soils of this earth, since you touched the soils of this land, the Most High has been building a tab, man. What you did to the so-called Native Americans, what you did to the so-called Tainos, all right? The Most High building up a tab all the way up to heaven, man, all right? And the judgment is getting ready to come. Very simple. Let's get let's get Revelations 18. You know? Because Esau doesn't want to pay, man. That's why the scriptures speak about Esau as being thou most proud. You know? Because he's the most arrogant out of all nations. You know? Right? They scoff at judgment happening to them. But guess what? It's going to happen, man. It's going to happen. This is Revelations 18 and start at verse 4. It says, "And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities." So the Most High remembered it. The angels were writing it down, man. Everything that these devils did, like I said, even from before they stepped foot on this land, going back to the Babylonians, when we came out of Egypt, all right? Going back to that time, when we came out of Egypt with Moses and all that. The first people to come up against us was these Edomites, man, these so-called white people, okay? So the Most High recorded, that's why King David said, remember the daughter of Edom. He specifically spoke about remembering the wickedness of the daughter of Edom. And now look at what Edom has accomplished since then. What wickedness they have done since then. How much greater their judgment, man. And they know judgment is due. They know it, man. When you look at their face, they know that judgment is due, man. All right? Some of their people advocate against themselves, man. Because they know that the wickedness that they've done has to be paid back, man. And it's going to be paid back. They don't have to worry about that. The Most High has a judgment written, man. All right? And it says, matter of fact, let me jump to Jeremiah, the 49th chapter. All right? You know, and we find pleasure in coming out and speaking about the judgment of our enemies, man. All right? We find pleasure in that, man. Let's get Jeremiah 49. This is Jeremiah 49 and verse 12. It says, "For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken." That's speaking about us, the Israelites. All right? We drank of the cup, but we were not created to drink of the cup. Right? Why? Because we are the chosen people of God. Right? We are the Israelites according to the scriptures. You see? The Edomites are the ones that were created to drink of that cup. And they're going to drink of it. Let's read it. It says, "And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished?" The Most High said Esau's not going to go unpunished, man. He said, listen, my people got this judgment. They went into slavery, right? Under your ass, your devil ass, okay? Right? You tortured them, you did all this wickedness. Are you going to go unpunished? Are you going to be able to slide into the sunset? Let's see what the Most High says. "Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it." So you're going to drink that same cup except double. as it says in Revelation, the 18th chapter. All right? Esau, Edom is going to drink double. He's not going to drink the same. He's not just going to get slavery. He's going to get slavery for 1,000 years. All right? And we're going to treat him way worse. All right? That's what's going to happen. You wonder why we're excited? We're excited because that judgment is finally getting ready to come, man. All right? Yahushua is getting ready to come back. You see what I'm saying? And that judgment is getting ready to play out. Right? Let's continue. Matter of fact, let me jump to let's jump to Joel, the 3rd chapter, man. Because Joel is a very important chapter. Joel is basically Joel, the 3rd chapter, basically illustrates the transatlantic slave trade, man. All right? Of you so-called Negroes. That's what it's illustrating. And some of you so-called Latinos and Native Americans were part of that as well. But this is specifically speaking about the kingdom of Judah. All right? It speaks about removing far from our border. So let's get that. You know, Esau doesn't want to pay, but Esau has to pay. He knows he knows deep down in his heart that there's going to be a time of retribution, man. That's why he lashes out the way he does, man. Now all of a sudden, now he's trying to now he's saying he's the victim. Now everyone hates me. Like he didn't do nothing to nobody. They didn't. Esau, the Edomites didn't do nothing to nobody. You know? Mr. and Mrs. Do-nothings, man. All right? This is Joel 3 and verse. No, I'm going to start at verse 1. All right? It says, "For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem," which is this time. He's going to bring back our captivity. All right? Because from the time we went into slavery, we haven't been out of these so-called Edomites' hands. All right? We still have social security numbers. We can't travel unless we get a passport, which is permission. All right? They own every land that Israelites live in predominantly. Right? And it says, "I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, which is Jehoshaphat in the transliteration." But that's speaking of World War III, which is getting ready to happen. Okay? The Most High is gathering those nations there right now for the battle of Jehoshaphat. Okay? And it says, "And will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land." You see? How did they scatter us, man? And we were the only nation that was scattered as a whole, man. There's no nation that was scattered all over the earth, all over the planet, man. Okay? In abundance. You got Israelites all over the world because of the transatlantic slave trade. All right? You got Israelites in what do you call it? In India, Israelites in Sri Lanka. You know, communities of Israelites that came directly from the transatlantic slave trade. All right, or from that time period. All right, and it says, "And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine that they might drink. Yea, and what have you to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine? Will you render me a recompense?" So basically the Most High is asking these heathen nations, starting with the Hamites, who sold us to the so-called white man, right, who was complicit in that, all right, and the Arabs, who built ships, all these different nations who were complicit in that. The Most High is addressing them. Like, what are you going to do for what you did to my people? He said, you can't pay me back for that, all right? And it says, "And if ye recompense me, swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians." Who are the Grecians, man? The so-called white people. They sold us to the Grecians. Who's part of that? The Arabs built the boat, right, which is Ishmael, okay? The so-called Africans, which are the Hamites, they were complicit in that, captured and all that shit, okay? Because they knew that we were a different people. You know? So the Most High said, listen, man, you sold my people unto these damn Edomites, man. So I can translate so you can understand. All right? You sold my people unto these Edomites. So I'm gonna judge you for that. See? You see why these other nations are gonna have to go into captivity, man? Because they're not friends with us, man. You see what I'm saying? They're enemies, just like the so-called white people. They're enemies, man. Okay? Let's go. It says, behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them. All right? So the Most High said he's going to raise us out of the place where he has sold us, where they have sold us, excuse me. All right? Which is what? North America. That's why the scriptures speak in Jeremiah. I'm going to see if I can find it in a second. It speaks about the deliverance of Israel out of the land of the north, which is America, which is mainly speaking about America. Because America is where that great destruction is going to happen, man. And that's where the greatest deliverance is going to take place. See? And it says, matter of fact, and I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off, for the Lord has spoken it. So that's called payback. That's called justice. That's called judgment. The Most High said what? He said, okay, you sold my people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell your sons and your daughters. You see? That's the judgment of the Lord. Okay? So you know, that was plain as day. Right? Right? The Israelites were sold all throughout the earth, but the main deliverance is going to be where? In North America, because this is like we always say, America is going to be destroyed by nuclear missiles, man. All right, there's going to be a nuclear holocaust, so to speak, on America. Okay. Let's get Jeremiah the 50th chapter. This is Jeremiah. Matter of fact, let's get Isaiah 13. Isaiah 13. This is Isaiah 13 and verse 1. It says, the burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles. All right? I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations. Gathered together, the Lord of hosts mustereth the battle. All right? And that's speaking about the World War III that's getting ready to happen. Okay? World War III is about to happen, starting with Iran in that region. Okay? Because America is going to follow behind the state of Israel, right? In some sort of attack or something that's going to officially kick off World War III. Okay? Because right now they're having proxy wars in that region, right? With their little, groups and militias and things like that. But there's going to be an official World War III. And that's what's going to bring that destruction of America. America's going to be completely wiped off the map with nuclear fire. All right? And it says, They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. What can destroy the whole land? Nuclear fire. That's what's going to destroy the whole land. Okay? The nuclear missiles. You see? And it says, how ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand, it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. And they shall be afraid, pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one to another. Their faces shall be as flames. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. America's going to be completely wiped out. All right? Point blank, period. Let's get, it's like Jeremiah the 50th chapter. You know, that World War III has to happen. We're looking forward to it. Okay? Because that's the closer to our kingdom. That's closer to our kingdom and closer to this devil going down, man. All right? This is Jeremiah 50. Matter of fact, by the time World War III is over, this devil will be down. There won't be no kingdom for the so-called white man. All right? Because the Lord is going to come back by that time. All right? This is Jeremiah 50. I'll start at verse 2. Declare ye among the nations, and publish and set up a standard, publish and conceal not. Say, Babylon is taken, Bel is confounded, Merodach is broken in pieces, her idols are confounded, her images are broken in pieces. For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein. They shall depart both man and beast. All right? So it's going to make the land completely desolate. That never happened to ancient Babylon. Ancient Babylon is being inhabited right now as we speak. That's modern day Iraq. This is speaking about Babylon the Great, or the daughter of Babylon, which is America, which is the top city of these devils, these Edomites. Okay? That's going to be completely wiped out with nuclear fire, man. All right? And after that, it's going to be turned into a desert, as the scriptures say in Revelations. All right? In different scriptures. And then that's when these devils, that's going to be the end of their kingdom, man. They're not going to have any more kingdom after that. You see? They're going to go directly into captivity under us. No pit stops, no bathroom breaks, directly into slavery, man. All right? It says, verse 4, in those days and in that time, saith the Lord, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together, going and weeping. They shall go and seek the Lord their power. And that's what we're doing now. We're seeking Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You see? We're seeking Yahweh Hashem Yahushua now. All right? We came into this truth. We were mourning because we found out that we were committing wickedness and transgressing the law of our power. You see? When we came, we repented. We're seeking Yahweh Hashem Yahushua right now. We have brothers coming in right now, so we're seeking Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You see? So that is fulfilled. So, like I said, once this World War III is accomplished, that's going to be the end of Esau's rulership. Man. Esau's not going to be able to do anything after that. Man. This is Isaiah 34. And 1, it says, "Come near, ye nations, and hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear all that and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter." And the Most High is getting everyone that goes to war, this coming World War III, is not coming back home. Man. Okay? That's a guarantee. You go to that war, first of all, they're going to have to take the chip. You see what I'm saying? So any Israelite that's there is definitely not coming back. But while they're out there in the wilderness fighting, the Most High is going to, Yahweh Shai is going to come back. And he's going to completely destroy the armies. Whoever's not already completely destroyed. It says, in all the hosts of Salakia, their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood, and all the host of heaven shall be dissolved. Right? And what can dissolve elements, man? What's going to be the only thing to dissolve all these elements in America? It's going to be the nuclear fire, man. That nuclear fire is going to hit America. All right? It's going to come from Russia, from Iran, from all these different enemy countries, man. All right? And also Europe is going to start to turn on America. All right? These other European nation countries. All right? And it says, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down, as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. See? For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. So it specifically mentions Edom. What does Edom have to do with Babylon, man? The ancient Babylon I'm speaking. Esau had nothing to do with ancient Babylon. This is speaking about modern day Babylon, which is America. Okay? Because that's the head city of the Edomites. You understand? So Esau is gonna witness Babylon be destroyed, man, completely destroyed by those nuclear fire, by that nuclear fire. See? And like the scripture says, it's gonna turn into a desert where there's not gonna be anything that's gonna dwell there, any human that's gonna dwell there. Excuse me. All right, it's only gonna be desert creatures, and that's after the smoke clears, man. That's the judgment of America. That's what's gonna happen to America. And then you Edomites, what you're gonna do, and you other nations, you're gonna come into captivity under us, man. Let's get that in Isaiah the 14th chapter. This is Isaiah 14 and verse 1. It says, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. So that's plain, man. All right? We're going to take these Edomites and we're going to put them in captivity under us, man. That's plain. That's not beating around the bush. That's not a parable. That's a plain statement. The Israelites were in captivity under the Edomites. So we're going to take these Edomites and put them in captivity. Okay? Every Edomite. You understand? Every single Edomite. There's not going to be one Edomite that's going to get away. It says, and it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve, that thou shalt take up this parable against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased, the golden city ceased. So basically we're going to be making fun of these devils, man. All right, when they're taken down. We're going to be making fun of them.